When we talk about the Rockwool factory proposed to be built in Jefferson County, West Virginia, we often throw around numbers because really it's the numbers that teach us just how catastrophic this will be for the thousands of people around this factory. Let's focus in on one thing: coal. According to the permits that Rockwool applied for, the RAN melting furnace is permitted to be fueled by as many as 91 tons of coal per day, as is evidenced by this letter from the town of Ranson where the factory is being built. So here it is right here. We understand that the Rockwool RAN melting furnace is permitted to be fueled by as much as 91 tons of coal per day. Let's work with that number. 91 tons of coal per day equals 637 tons of coal per week, 2,775 tons of coal per month, 33,300 tons of coal per year, 66,600,000 pounds of coal per year. This is a 24/7, 365 facility. And did I mention they want to build it 2,000 feet away from an elementary school? So to the pro-Rockwool people and to Rockwool themselves, who claim that they are committed to protecting the environment, and here's a document found right on their website right here. Rockwool is committed to protecting the environment. Let's talk about that for a bit. It's not only the staggering numbers seen here that factor into this whole process. The extraction of coal from the surface of the earth is not an environmentally friendly process. According to the West Virginia Coal Association website, 42% of coal is extracted using a controversial process called mountaintop removal. Let's look at that right here, right from their website. Surface coal mining techniques, which account for the majority of national coal production and roughly 42% of West Virginia's coal production, involve the mechanical removal of overlying native earth and rock of overburden to reach underlying coal seams. Okay. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like. So according to Appalachian Voices, which is a group that is of course against mountaintop removal, it's any method of surface coal mining that destroys a mountaintop or ridgeline, whether or not the mined area will be returned to what is legally described as the approximate original contours. Methods of mountaintop removal in coal mining include, but are not limited to, cross-ridge mining, box cut method mining, steep slope mining, and or mining, area mining, or mountaintop mining. So what's the process? All topsoil and vegetation must be removed. The trees are often not used commercially, but instead are burned or sometimes illegally dumped into valleys. During the blasting process, many Appalachian coal seams lie deep beneath the surface, so accessing the seams can require the removal of 600 feet or more of elevation, millions of pounds of explosives. Digging. Coal and debris are removed using enormous earth-moving machines known as drag lines. They're 22 stories high and can hold 24 compact cars, their buckets. These machines cost up to $100 million, so let's think about the manufacture of these machines. But they also displace the need for hundreds of miners. So Rockwool's also claimed they're bringing so many jobs to the area when in essence they're probably bringing approximately 75 jobs. So the dumped waste is called overburden or spoil, and it's dumped into nearby valleys. These valley fills have buried more than 2,000 miles of headwater streams and polluted many more. Coal must be chemically treated before it is shipped to power plants for burning. This processing creates coal slurry or sludge, a mix of water, coal dust, and clay containing toxic heavy metals such as arsenic, mercury, lead, and chromium. It's often dumped in open impoundments that are sometimes built with mining debris, making them very unstable. You can see it's really tough to reclaim this land. Most sites receive little more than a spraying of exotic grass seed, and less than 3% of reclaimed mountaintop removal sites are used for economic development. All right, and here's just a look at West Virginia and the area where this is all happening. So southern West Virginia has been absolutely devastated. There's evidence that there have been over 500 mountains destroyed. 1.2 million acres have been surfaced for mining, and let's just take a quick look at what that looks like. Okay, so here's one site. It's called the Hobet or the Hobay mine. I hope I'm saying that properly. But let's just look at this time lapse. And keep in mind, each one of these is a mountaintop. So this is from 1984 to 2015. Let's just take a look. Look at all of these mountaintops being leveled and destroyed. You can even see the divots in the areas where they have to allow those heavy machinery coming in there. And it's talking specifically about the Appalachian Mountains in southern West Virginia, where all this coal is going to come from to power this factory. You can see all the devastation that's happened. You can see these have not gone back to what this looks like right here, which is basically untouched land. All right, let's go back to Rockwool's statement. Rockwool is committed to protecting the environment. Does anyone still think they're committed to protecting the environment? I know I don't. Let's take a look at this controversial mining method called mountaintop removal. So this is from a NASA Earth Observatory website, reputable organization. And it's talking right here about the coal fields of the Appalachian Mountains, where technology and engineering have allowed the scale of surface coal mines to reach gigantic proportions. Does that look environmentally friendly to you? The most controversial mines are known as mountaintop removal mines because coal companies literally remove the tops of mountains with dynamite and earth-moving machines. The largest fills in the valleys and the hollows between these mountains can reach 800 feet in height and swallow more than a mile of stream bed. Downstream of mountaintop removal in valley sites, water quality and stream life are often degraded. Water stream bed sediments and fish tissue often harbor concentrations of potentially toxic trace elements, including nickel, lead, cadmium, iron, and selenium that exceed government standards. The diversity of fish and other aquatic life declines. Hundreds of thousands of acres of some of the world's most biologically diverse forests outside of the tropics have been lost or degraded, and to date, efforts to restore them have had limited success. And then floods and all this other stuff. So I'm going to go back to Rockwool's statement. Rockwool is committed to protecting the environment. Clear lies.